We are going live. We are going live. Wait a minute. We are live on RC Talk. We have Brad with us and RC Propaganda with us. How are you guys doing tonight?
I guess fine.
And there's 6 people watching right now. I got to make sure I don't do any feedback. And make sure all my, oh, there we go. Just making sure all the audio is turned off everywhere and everything is paused off. So speaker view. So what's new with you guys, RC Propaganda and Brad? Hopefully Christmas was all good with you guys and you had a good week. And what's going on with you guys so far? Have you been buying stuff at the RC store? It has been a few weeks now since New Year's is here, so I want to hear about all the new purchases in the new year.
Unfortunately, I didn't get any purchases, unfortunately, but Tony's car finally came in, and I played with it once, and it's a fantastic car.
Great.
He sent me that WL Toys car.
Oh yeah.
Cool. You're gonna make a video.
14401. Not yet. I was still waiting on you, Frank, because once you put those up from last year, I will go start again. I also need a new tripod because mine's completely broken now.
Okay.
I finished my drag build, so to say, that I painted the body, and it's pretty much all ready to go. Just gonna slap a pinion on it. I want to test it tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to be competitive, but I'll still go to the event for the fun. Plus, we're going to crawl after in the indoor track. So, but it is interesting. I don't have the funds to get any more parts for it. I don't want to get a bigger motor and spend another couple hundred to like basically use that one time, you know?
Okay.
If anybody's ever going to get a WL Toys, they should get the 14401. That is their best model they've ever made. Lots of metal.
Cool.
Nice.
And you got a nice little LiPo battery that you can charge up and play with.
Yep. And it does 30 right out of the box. Tony tested it on his site, on his channel, and it does 30. He tested it at 30 miles an hour.
30 miles an hour. Wow. For a little car, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, and it seems to have a lot of torque. Because like when I tried it, I went through this like tall grass that I was surprised was still around near a forest line where I was playing with it, and I nearly hit the tree, and I backed out of it. The thing backed out of that grass, so it's got decent enough power and torque to get out of that type of situation.
Well, that's what I was about to ask you. Are you sure you can handle that much power?
Yeah, I had a car that did 27 years ago. This is my fastest one I ever had. And 27 miles an hour was very fast on that TL01 I used to have. And this is faster yet. And I was able to handle it.
Cool.
But it does understeer a great deal when it has on a black top, when you got like salt crystals and dust on it, then it really understeers badly.
I'm gonna need a video, Brad, to prove it. I want to see you ripping it. I want to see you get some drift action.
Yeah, Tony has my car on his site. He gave that one to me.
That's him.
That's him driving. We need to see you driving.
Prove it. What's up,
Jack? And we have Jack online. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Muscle Shirt. It is so hot
hanging
in
on
Australia.
Underneath there on the bottom of the globe.
So hot in Australia, you gotta wear muscle shirts.
It's just too hot here, mate.
Your whole continent is burning on every side. Your whole continent's burning, Jack.
This way to the beach.
Your whole continent is burning on every side of it.
Yeah, exactly right.
They said the size of burning is bigger than Maryland. Can you believe that? It's over 8,000 square miles that is burned in Australia.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire.
Double the size of Belgium, apparently.
Yeah.
That well, then that's a lot bigger than Maryland.
Well, I had a sick bass session, and it was really fun. You know, that's pretty uplifting. Made me feel good. It was exhilarating. I don't know if y'all saw that video, but the
No, I didn't
4S
see it.
Outcast, that truck is just a durable son of a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah. How's the air where you are, Jack? Has the air gone a little bit better? Where you
It's
are?
cleared up. It's cleared up a bit, but I mean, you can't breathe that stuff.
You know
Just
what I
can't breathe
find
it. It's
amazing?
just
I've seen a lot of.
shocking out here, man.
You know what I saw was interesting, very interesting now is that your wildlife, like kangaroos and joeys.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
Yeah,
really
and the
talk about it
koalas are
'cause
coming.
I don't really want to talk about it because it's completely heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I can't see another singed koala or kangaroo or horse or whatever. I can't. It's just breaking my heart seeing all this.
You know,
It's going to be like a billion animals going to be wiped out thanks to the.
yeah, and I think it's terrible. But I
Don't put your tinfoil hat on either, Tank.
I'm just saying they've seeked out people for water.
Sean, sexy. Sean's comment.
What did Sean say?
Those animals have seeked out humans for
Oh,
water.
look at the dog. Nice dog, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love dogs.
Hey, puppy. Jack. What's your dog's name?
Shelby.
Hey, Shelby. Shelby. Shelby.
Do you name her after the Mustang?
Shelby's really interested in what's going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trying to get her to settle down rather than wander around in here.
She's wondering all about all the people she's hearing. She's like, where are they?
You gonna talk to me?
You guys, some of you guys actually saw this, some of you did not, but I was working on my TT01. Let me present.
Present me. I mean, present yourself.
Is it almost finished?
I was working on this, but like you notice, there's a big difference of size of tires from the front to the rear.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they're normal 1.5 for the front. It is only rear driven. I did expand the chassis. These are 1.7 1.7 truck tires from a semi, a 1/14 semi. So that's what's in the back. And now I'm going to show the body because I actually showed it on Facebook and on Instagram. So
everybody likes the body, don't they, Frank?
Hey?
They like the body.
Yes. And this is the body.
Nice.
G'day, Bill Boynton.
Looks hot.
Axio. There you go, X.
Hey guys in the chat. And I did put the grill in front. I might do bars in the middle, but that's what I did for the front. This came pre-painted, and I did cut the back deck off of it because I went deep. But I did my box a little too deep because I had to actually cut it. So I will be making another false thing for it, but this is what it looks like once it's on the truck.
You ever thought of putting a wood backing in there in the bed?
I will be putting some laminate wood backing, some real laminate wood, and staining it in oak, so it should look good. But I'm going to leave the front there because that actually looks good for the front bumper, but I'll make something around it. But that's the bumper where it looks, and it looks actually good. So.
And headlights and taillights, right? That's
I will be finding buckets. I got to put bucket lights and tail lights for it.
What kind of power range are you thinking on that thing?
It's got a silver can right now. Just the regular Tamiya silver can, and it came with, and that's what I'm just going to put in it. This dynamite. Does it have a name? Does it have a name?
Is it brushless? Is it a brushless ESC or
it's brushed? It's just a cheap dynamite ESC that's good up to 3S. So that's what I'm going to have on there.
What type of motors is it capable of taking at 3S?
This thing, I don't know. I'd have to look up the specs.
What's the size of the flux capacitor?
Actually, this is only a 2S LiPo, so it's a smaller ESC. So I might be. We'll see.
Well,
you could add some of those resistors. You could add
one at a time, please. One at a time. Brad, go ahead.
You could add resistors to it somehow so it could take higher voltage.
Yeah, but if I had resistors to bring down the voltage and put a bigger battery, what good is that going to do for my power?
Okay, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Capacitors to make it tolerate higher voltage.
Nah, if I do something, I'm just going to put a bigger ESC and keep this one for something else. But this truck is just being built just for the fun of me building it. Because I found that truck cool on the shelf. I saw the body on the shelf. It was pre-painted, and I said to myself, "Oh yeah, I gotta have that body." And he had this chassis sitting around, and it was a roller, well, with electronic. It didn't have a receiver, but it was ready to go. It's got its servo, it's got everything. So price was good, so I picked it up. Go ahead. Who else wanted to comment on that?
I thought it was propaganda.
Yeah.
I made my point.
Okay.
I don't forgot what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kagan. G'day, Gabs.
I was
How you going,
down.
boys? G'day. G'day. JM, how you going, mate? Sitting there quietly as usual.
Yeah, Brad gets excited once in a while. Steve O.D. saying, simmer down, boy. Simmer down, son. Not boy.
Simmer down,
I hear you guys better. That's why I'm like that.
Oh, you hear us. Oh, yeah, Brad has headphones tonight.
All right.
He's going to be able to hear us and reply quickly. But Brad, please be careful. As soon as you hear somebody talking, don't talk over them. Be polite.
Yeah, let me do that, Brad.
Did a new 3D print today. I got a new glass bed for my Ender 3, and it seemed to work really good. It took a little while to get everything all back, like working in spec and stuff. But once I got it going, it printed up no problem. So now I can sand this and
Now that's
my,
for what?
interior.
For what you said it is?
An interior for my
the
element
interior.
build.
Cool.
It's been a work in progress.
It's hard to see what you're holding because it's dark in your room.
Which is so weird because I got lights on, but you know what it is? I can't adjust my camera on the fly. I have the ISO way down. So it's probably on like 100 or something for outdoor use. So
cool.
How you doing, Javier, sir? How are you, mate?
Hey, Javier, how you doing? Saw your stream the other day. Good stream. 11 Charlie is on Monday at 8, I believe it is. So guys, check him out.
Hey, Jack.
Yep.
You always look like you're deep in thought.
Deep in thought.
Yeah, you always look like you're deep in thought when I look at your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
what
just
have you been doing lately, Jack? Any videos, anything coming up?
No, not with this weather, mate.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very hot, eh?
That's just crazy, you know. It's gonna well, I reckon this weekend is gonna be really bad. So again.
Hey, Ryan C, thank you very much. JD Passel's in the house. RC Basher Boy. John Martin, James RC, Sean's RC Adventure. There's a whole
he's
bunch
not coming. He's looking
Charlie.
after the kids tonight. He's not coming live.
Who's looking out for the kids?
No, he's looking after his kids tonight.
Okay. Sean.
Hey, you know, the more I hear Gabriel on his video, he sounds like he could actually talk for he has a good voice for doing like.
I'll wait till Brad's finished, John.
I'm trying to think of the word I'm thinking of. Documentaries. He looked like he could talk over for documentaries or what's going on in the documentary. He has that type of voice.
Net Cruiser RC is asking, how's the air quality there? Smoke or no?
Yeah, I was just waiting for Brad to finish so I can answer his question. Yeah, John, the it's cleared up a little bit. I did post a video with a picture of my street, and I put one in my community tab. It was just the last kind of week or so. It's just been, you walk out and all you just breathe is just smoke, mate. And you know, it's pretty bad for, especially for the elderly people, especially people with asthma. You know, their respiratory is not the best at old age, but yeah, it's kind of cleared up a little bit, but they reckon it's going to get worse again. So these fires aren't stopping. Thanks for asking.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
I know that we sent. I know that some Californians who fight firefighters out by us are out by you guys. They've got
yeah,
US
but they yes, there was 23 US specialty fire crew came out, but the Canadians are actually on the front line. So thanks to the Canadians, the firefighters, they actually fight on the front line, where the US they're in the background somewhere. But the Canadian firefighters are actually on the front line fighting the fires.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So your smoke jack is depending on which way the wind blows.
No, it's the problem is because the fire is like north. I'm down the bottom of Australia. Because the fires are all along the southeast coast. If you look at the map, if you Google the map, Australian bushfires, and have a look at the map, you'll just see that the whole south east coast is on fire. So the whole from Queensland all the way down to Melbourne. So the smoke's just covering everywhere, whether it's a northerly wind, a southerly wind, easterly.
Oh, okay.
It's just covering. You know, there was a shot of the actual CBD the other day, Melbourne City, and you couldn't even see the building.
Okay.
I saw, but
ridiculous.
I also saw that the west coast is also burning, and up north is also burning.
No. If you have a look at the map, the hottest part of Australia is the centre of Australia. Now, if you look, I'm not going to get into the conspiracy thing because people have brought out two maps to show you why these fires are burning. To put a path for a super rail link with a bullet train that goes all the way from Melbourne to Brisbane. Anyway, but the centre of Australia is the hottest. Now, if you look at the map, the only places that are on fire are the southeast coast, which are the populated areas, cities, right? Sydney, Canberra, Queensland, Melbourne. So all the southeast coast is on fire. Go and look at the middle of Australia, there's nothing.
Anyway. Hey, Jack, I heard they arrested some people they think caused the fire.
No one lit any fires. I'll guarantee that right now. No one lit any of these fires. Just have to look at the two maps and you'll work out why they put a path from Melbourne all the way to Queensland and why all of it's all burnt. And if you see the rail link and the fire path, they're exactly the same. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that. You want to Google it, or go to YouTube and go to PK's channel. He'll show you all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching.
There's no such thing as a coincidence. Okay, there's no such thing. It's the same path. So if they burn it, it's easy for them to come in and just clear it all out. Job's done for them. Yeah, that's the way, And in the meantime, people are losing their lives, their livelihoods. The animals are nearly 1 billion animals. It's just disgraceful.
So Ryan C wanted to see my favorite RC, favorite crawler. Sorry, to me it would have to be this one.
The TF2, right?
This is the TF2. The body is not attached right now. Let me actually put the body.
Long wheelbase.
This is not the long wheelbase. This is just a normal wheelbase. It's the
you got low springs on that
regular wheelbase.
It still looks like a long wheelbase to me.
No, it's not long wheelbase. So I just attached a body on it. I do have fender flares on it, so I can be class 1 legal because the tires, the one thread cannot pass the body. So now I am class 1. So this is a RC 4-wheel drive TF2 with 1.55 tires. So very small tires. This would be my favorite one. This is And I do have crutches in the back that I made myself. That's because my guy actually has amputee, is an amputee from the knees, and he's got big legs. So that's why I got crutches in the back. And I got a bra that I got in Vegas, and a shoe and a thing. But whatever goes on,
likes to party, eh?
So
that's accessories.
That's one of them. That's one of my favorite. And then my second one would have to be my first one that I got, which is the SCX10. This is the original SCX10. You can see the
got the one out back, Jack, was it?
Differentials. So, but this one has a lot of upgrades. Like the turning radius is crazy now. SCX10 don't usually have that, but I got the Pro mod. There's a lot of upgrade on this. There's a dig on it. There's the diff inside here is a little bit faster, so my front wheel turns a little faster.
So you got like that.
I got the original shock. This is actually tree truck, the Jeep Rubicon, Wraith interior, and a Honcho back, all made on one cage.
Wow.
That turning radius is almost like a drift car, as well as you got that element front end to have a faster moving speed.
Yes.
That's interesting. Those are interesting upgrades you did on that.
So this thing is pretty good. It's like people are asking me, how come I don't buy an SCX10 too? There's no need. This thing is upgraded like very good, and it still runs pretty good, and I can still get parts for it. So there's no need for me to get an SCX10 too, other than saying I got the newest car. No, this thing performs better than an SCX10 2 right now. So no need.
It forms like an element.
Sometimes we get things we don't need, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
In the moment, I needed it. All right.
In the moment you needed it, yeah.
Yeah.
I ask that question to me often when I go to the RC shop. Do I really need it? I want it, but do I really need it? Because needs and wants are two different things, and sometimes the want wins more than the need. So
I'm good at justifying things.
Frank,
yeah.
You're going to justify everything. Trust me.
And another one
I do the fire
using sometimes, but I haven't a long, is the Traxxas Summit. Now that's a beast. That's a stupid truck. It's just so huge. The tires on it are so huge. I love playing in the water and in the mud with it. Like when there's a creek, that thing is just so fun in it. Saying that, what's your favorite car, Jack? Why don't you tell me about your favorite car? Which one? Jack.
RC that I got.
Yeah, which crawler do you like the best?
The Slash. Can't beat it.
Okay, that's the Slash for having fun, but crawler, like if you had a crawl, it can be a small one.
Well, I've had my SCX10 for practically 5 years, something like that, and that hasn't really failed me. I only changed the motor out, but everything else has got alloy links, steering links, Savox servo. I changed the battery position from the back, from the front to the back, and that's when I used to do the FPV back in the days. I had to change everything over because of the weight. Now, when that was made for me, it came with Proline chisels, and they were weighted, but it just kept tipping over all the time. So I kind of got rid of the weights and stuff. But no, I think for crawling, my SCX10, and for bashing, I mean, the Kyosho Fox is a beast. Don't get me wrong, even though I sold it, but you can't go past the Slash for bashing.
John Martin, what's your favorite one, John?
Well, I got the 2 Slashes, but I've been having a lot more fun with my Max lately, beating the hell out of it.
The Traxxas Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you've been having more fun with it. You've been having more fun with it. Is it because it's new, or it just drives that much different that you enjoy it?
The fact that I have my slash setup is race cars, so I can't really do anything unless I'm oval racing it. But like I said, it's all around driving. But so I just hit everything with it.
Okay.
G'day, Dan. I see Voodoo. How are you, mate?
Hey, RC
What's that?
Voodoo.
I'm just saying hello to Dan in the chat.
And RC Propaganda, what's your favorite basher or crawler, or both?
Favorite basher, number one would be my Creighton 6S.
Okay.
And right now, my favorite crawler has definitely been my Element truck. I've been working on it. I got it pretty hopped up. It's nice.
And before the Element, which one did you have?
I began with a TRX4 and then got an SEX102 Blazer, and I kind of started modding that and kind of left the TRX4 behind, and I don't know.
Okay, why don't you drive the TRX4 anymore? I find that very interesting, but I think I know why.
I have two of them.
Okay, but why don't you drive them? Why do you like the Element better? Because it does not have portals, but why do you like the Element better than the TRX4?
The way the TRX4 just kind of drove, the way it felt, I started having fun with the Blazer first. That's what got me away from the Traxxas.
Okay.
And then the Element pulled me away from the SEX102. So, but I don't know, the TRX4 just has like kind of a weird stale feel to me or something. I don't know. But
yeah,
I want to rebuild
that's
mine.
A good word for it.
Yeah, I want to rebuild it and mod it and give it like another chance. You know, I got the Bronco, so I'm gonna do some work to that because it's right now it's 100% stock and it has no servo in it. So
because somebody on Facebook wrote a question a while back, and I think I replied to it pretty good. They mentioned which portals or non-portals, pros and cons. So that was his question: portals or non-portals, pros and cons. Like, which one do you like better? And so I said to them, portals, if you are good, and they'll go over everything, but they're not challenging. So you'll get tired of it faster. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like you mentioned there, it's stale. Like when you're driving it, there's no challenge driving it. So it's easy to go everything. It's just like it's a beast. It's very easy to go everything, go and like when you see a rock, you try to challenge yourself and it's not working out. But with the Element, it's just a little bit smaller. It's got a smaller tires. It's got like, but then it becomes more challenging. To me, that's why I like my TF2 better. It's because it's a challenging truck. It challenges myself. Therefore, I feel prouder to actually drive it and funner.
Yeah, well, I mean, my Element's got just as, you know, it's got big tires on it and everything. And I mean, there is a challenge to it. It's not like the portals make that much of a difference to me. Like I would, you know, everything has its pros and cons. It's just, I think it might be the way the gear reduction happens or something, and the motor combination. It just, I don't know. And also too with the Element, I didn't mention this, is I built it. It was a kit. So I'm like, I like the attachment to the kit. So,
okay.
You know, that kind of is what hooked me in, is to take it from the little box of parts all the way up to this truck I've been running. Whereas the TRX4, I got it because that Bronco body is just so nice, but then I kind of abused it and now it doesn't even look that good. So whatever.
Neck Cruiser RC, cons makes it too easy, huh? Oh, I like easy. Yeah, some people like easy. But to me, it gets boring faster. But hey, everybody likes it different ways. So
hey, I don't mind if my women are easy, you know, but my RC truck.
I saw Charlie's video. Was it yesterday? He got that Humvee thing, and geez, he's done a great job with the edit.
I haven't had time to watch it.
Yeah, Remote Addicted. He you know, he does the same kind of editing as me with the bucket depth of field and stuff, and he just made that pop. and he had Arnie man in the gun.
Oh,
And I said to him,
So he's got that HP car.
yeah, and he's got Arnie man in the gun, and I said to him, you know how I did the WTF animations with Arnie when he gets slammed all the time. I said to him, I should have animated him for you. No, but he
Brian
did a
C
great.
is asking if anybody's fly drones anymore. Who flies drones?
No, I used to fly them all the time, but not really interested with them anymore.
Yeah, you did a lot of planes also, right, Jack?
Yeah, but drones are, I don't know.
And my wife,
they're getting strict on them and that. So wherever you go to fly them, there's always someone going to arc up at you.
Okay. Go
yeah,
ahead.
my wife's gonna.
Dan gives them away when he gets them. He does giveaways with them. He's spot on there. And he sends around the world. There you go, Dan. I have a drone.
Propaganda, you were going to say something about drones?
I don't know if there's a slight delay. It's just funny how the voices kick in so fast. Yeah, my wife's got a coworker who just got a drone and was having issues because he had to get a license and where he can fly it. And so she was asking me if I know any place for him to go. And I don't fly drones. So, but yeah, I guess it's harder to fly them nowadays.
Yeah, there's new laws I heard just got kicked in recently.
Yeah, and I have the DJI Sparks, but I flew that a little bit. Haven't flown it in a while. And it does have a smart battery, so I do have to keep an eye and charge it up so it doesn't forget the memory or whatever. So it's a tricky battery, I heard. So, and John, what about you? Do you have drones?
I got a couple of them, but I really just fly them around the yard, and I'm not really all that great with them. So,
okay.
So I'm looking at the little baby one I have right here. Let me go grab it.
And while he's getting that, Brad, why don't you tell us about your favorite RC real quick?
Right now, I have 6 cars. I'm surprised it's so many in less than a year. I have 6 cars, less than a year. I mean, a couple of them are toys, but the other 4 are hobby. So even I'm considering that my whatchamacallit is my new Bright that I bought myself. I'd say that's really more hobby like because I can change the electronics and do other things to it. So, but I haven't had the money to do anything more with that. But I don't know. It's a toss up with my idea of what my favorite car is. I do really love my WL toys because I just got that. And I just used it once. I just wanted to see how it felt to run it. And I was like everybody else. It's a very surprising little vehicle.
Cool.
So I want to say it's a toss up between my Arma and my WL toys.
Cool.
Amazing. Go ahead, Jet. Not to my head.
I don't. If I had money to buy Tamiya's, I would do it. I wish I had it. I wish I had a Tamiya really bad.
Okay, that's a nice small one.
This is a little tiny one that I chased the cats around the house with.
They must hate it.
You sure it's the cat that hasn't chased it?
They hate it. The dog tries to eat it.
Oh yeah.
They also make funny noises that when they fly, so that probably really drives them nuts.
Oh, but I say it's just fun just to hover it and just zip it around a little bit in the house there, and the cats will look at it, and then I got one cat will actually try to jump up and swat it out of the air, which is kind of fun to watch. But
I just got a new cat too. The thing is, we kind of became friends. It's pretty funny. Cats are funny now.
Oh yeah.
I was never a cat person.
Cats can be strange. Some can come up to you a lot and want to be loved more, and some will just go off and do their own thing because they don't want to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's RC says my dog ate my first Mavic Mini. Well, that's sad.
Ouch.
I hope the dog's all right because I don't think that would be very good inside the stomach.
What Net Cruiser is asking, what batteries do you run in the Arma, Brad?
The ones that came with the lithium ion vape batteries. I wish I had more of them so it could run longer.
Okay.
I would, and I could still run a NIMS and I could still run a LiPo in there, and I need to get that type of stuff, and I needed a charger for it, to charge those type of batteries.
Yeah, the rules for flying a drone, like Ryan's RC saying, is under 240 grams, 249 grams, and I believe the DJI Spark is like 250. So I think they did it on purpose, saying that number, because they knew that the DJI Sparks was that weight. So it's kind of sad that they did that. Steve O'Day says, "I wish you would." We're not sure what, but you wish you would.
Do you know the sailors swear by these by the Spectrum smart batteries?
You old sailor, you.
The RC sailors.
RC sailor.
Yeah, they say that the smart batteries, they really love the smart batteries that from Spectrum.
Okay. Ryan's RC says he had the Savage Flux, if anyone remembers it. I do remember it. Did you have the big Savage Flux, the full-size Savage Flux? And RC Propaganda, I think you have one too, eh?
I had the Nitro version, but I went to the hobby store, and I've always had the image of that truck because it did standing backflips in the store, and the guy's like, I sold all my Nitro stuff, F Nitro, doobie-doo, and I'm just like, and I thought the guy was out of his mind because I had only been into Nitro, and I didn't think that the electric stuff was good, and that was like at the tail end of my first wave in the hobby. So I distinctly remember the Flux as being like, the first truck that kind of was like, wow, electric could be a threat.
The electric stuff is now beating the Nitro stuff.
Been beating it for a long time. Yeah.
I forgot to say, when I ran my WL Toys, just like when Tony ran it, it does wheelie sometimes when you hit it does a wheelie really quick when you really slam on the gas on it. That's how much torque it has.
So much torque, it twisted the chassis coming off the line.
Well, come on now.
It's an all aluminum chassis with lots of aluminum parts on it, and it still lifts up the front when you slam on the gas.
What else you guys got going on?
That guy.
I know my Max is. That's a
This one is my Savage. That's a Savage with a long boy body. Like, it's a very long wheelbase. It's a custom Savage, and that one has the big Flux motor on it, the biggest one that you can get. That had it. That thing's a beast. On a 6S, this thing backflips on standing still, like it does a backflip. And I've actually beat on the beach a 8S X Max. So right now, 8S X Max, I beat it with this guy on the beach, and I got the video on my YouTube to actually prove it. So it was fun.
Is there something that makes those Flux motors like more powerful or something? Because aren't they like kind of like known as being powerhouses?
Don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't know what's in the motor, or I don't know.
Might be something with the magnets, but then.
Does anybody watch RC Kicks?
RC Kick? Don't know. But why are you changing the subject?
Because I'm getting into motors, because everybody's talking about motors.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't necessarily changing it. He's planning on buying. I'm thinking he's planning on buying all the Le Mans motors that they still make from Kyosho because he likes them, and he wants to test their speed and torque and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like the Le Mans motors, brush motors.
Jack is still there. Jack is still there. He's just muted and his video is off, and Brad's there in the background also.
He's lifting some weights, working on those pythons.
Yeah, I think he's working on the pythons or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat was asking where Jack was. They miss him.
They shipped today. Oh my God, Tony. Yes, SMT 10s. Sorry, I had an outburst of happiness.
CCXRC is asking, yes, you're like the Savage is fast, but can you beat RC Basher Boy with it? So I don't know that. I don't know if I can, but it's going to be close.
Senior
RC Basher Boy, his buggy there, it's got some secret sauce in it. So
I wish he was on the live video feed.
I wish he was. Yeah, I wish he was.
I'm surprised we have a lot less people than we did last week.
Well, you get different people every week, so which is good. But yeah, last week we were like a lot of people. I think we hit no, how many people?
13 or 14, I think. In the video.
I was
13 or 14. There was a lot
in the
of
video.
people.
There was 13, 14. I knew there was a lot.
So.
I thought it was like 8, but I thought it was
No, I don't think Tony. I don't think Tony changed anything on his Mad Van. Neck Cruiser's asking, "Hey, Tony, you've got the me wanting the Mad Van. Did you change anything on it?" I don't think he did. I was talking to you the other way. Hey, Bucks RC World, how are you doing?
I wanted to, Tony. I wanted to know. Did you get my sharing video that I gave to Frank? Also, I wanted to know what he thought about what I sent him.
Did you send it to him also?
Yes.
Okay.
And I sent it to Driftomaniacs.
Okay. He
sent
sent a capo disc brake. Capo made a disc brake for their RC, so that's what they made. So, and
G'day, Wade. How you going, brother?
That's what Brad shared. It was cool. It's a cool idea, but to me, it's kind of a waste. But it is scale, but it's nice.
I'm expecting more people to, if it's gonna work, if they got it. I'm assuming one day other companies will start making those.
Okay.
That would be cool.
See you later, Dan. I'll message you soon, mate.
See you later, RC Voodoo.
I'll hit you up on Facebook.
Yeah, the RC Outlaw would be a nice one to get. I completely agree with the people. That Mad Van looks like a lot of fun, but the RC Outlaw looks like a fun truck also.
Yeah, that Mad Van here, forget about buying it here. $665.
I could see you actually, you know what, for Jack, I could see you actually owning that one, the Mad Van. It just seems to fit your personality.
So could I, Brett. So could I. So could I.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to pay $665 for a brushed RC, my friend.
I just say, but it fits your personality. I just see you.
It's my personality, does it?
Yeah.
That's what you get for being upside down there, Jack.
Easy.
Yeah, you're a world away from us, Jack.
Easy propaganda. Easy, mate.
It must be because your blood rushes to your head because you're upside down.
Oh, man. Relax, mate.
He's barely hanging on.
Yeah, barely hanging on at the moment, I'll tell you.
That Mad Van looks like it's actually fairly quick with the brush motor. I don't know what particular turns it's on it, but
you can take a 3S, doesn't it? Doesn't it take a 3S?
No, yeah, I did not get the package from Driftomaniac. Neck Cruiser's asking if I got the package from Driftomaniac. I did not get it, and I don't think Tony got it either. So we're still waiting on that.
What are you waiting for?
Driftomaniac said he was going to send me, Net Cruiser John, I think, and Tony Red Cat logo. It's like a bubble kind of thing, logo you put on the wall, and a bunch of other things from Red Cat.
Yeah, Tony. Spot on, Gabs. You're right on, Gabs there, mate. The paint job you did on that Kyosho was brilliant. Oh, kudos to you, mate.
Tony's also sent me stickers. He's the first one to ever send me stickers, but I don't have a board to put them on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Put them on your RCs.
Hobby store, like a Hobby Lobby or something.
Jeez, Tony sent me stickers way back when, and I can't.
He sent me his.
Yeah, on my. Hang on, I'm talking, Brad. Tony sent me stickers about 4 years ago. It wasn't a Tank, something like that, when he had the stickers come out, and I've got them on me. I've got them on my Dakar. I think he sent me a lot of stickers. Twice he sent me stickers, but I think there's stickers all over my RCs from him.
Did you get my stickers?
No.
You never got the envelope I sent you?
Nope. I would have told you.
That's strange.
Oh.
What do you expect from Canada, mate?
I never got the letter back, or I never got it back, so that's friggin' strange.
Well, if I had got them, I would have told you.
It's out there in the ether now.
Tony sent me the conspiracy.
Might be coming from Antarctica, mate.
I don't know if they have an address. He sent me his conspiracy ones and the regular one.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hey, Tony's in the chat, yeah?
Yeah.
Tony, I wouldn't mind some conspiracy stickers, mate. They come in handy at the moment.
I'll run your forehead, Jack.
They come in handy. They come in handy at the moment, I'll tell you right now, mate.
Put it right on his forehead.
Not here, huh? Not here. And by the way, Tony, if that video that your missus took, if that wasn't a setup, I don't know what was, mate. That was a complete setup. Come on, be honest. Cost me $100 to ship a package to Australia, and it still took 2 months. There you go. Look what John wrote. Anything out of Canada to here or even Europe, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was just a regular envelope. It was very thin, so it wasn't a package. It's just an envelope.
I had Brent from Adventure Time RC. He actually sent me. I posted it on my community tab. He actually sent me a Christmas card of his. He made up a Christmas card with his RC on there, which was fantastic. And he sent that first week of December. I got it the other day, and that's from the States.
You know, Jack.
It's not worth my effort to explain.
It's tough to be a world away.
No, shipping from Canada has always been a pain.
Also, as a case more Canadian.
If he sent the shipment to Australia, it cost him $100, and it took 2 months to get here. They keep them in customs for that long. It's ridiculous. That video was
got a nice port for everything down in LA that comes in from China.
Maybe I shouldn't have put that white powder in the envelope.
Right. G'day, Steve. Shen RC, how you going, brother? Good old Shen.
I miss Steve.
Anyone see Shen's Blizzard video? Guys, that Blizzard video in the snow? You got to watch it. It's pretty cool.
I'll go queue it up.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
There's this Russian dude that shows the deep snow running 1/8 and 1/10 scale videos. 1/10 scale cars in the snow, deep snow, and they're running through it. It's actually moving through it.
Yes.
Kyosho Blizzard FR brushless slow motion. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how he edited that with the slow-mo and that. Looking fed to Mad Van content. So you guys are going to get me to order one. Freak sakes.
Yeah, Net Cruiser, get the van. Net Cruiser wants a van.
What's the price of the Mad Van there in Canada, Tank?
Mad Van?
What's the price of it? Be the same as us? Was it be the same as us?
I thought John got in Mad Van.
No, he wants to get one.
No, he wants to get
Oh.
one, he said. And Shen's going to get one as well. He's waiting for you to come in.
Nice.
Tony's a bad influence.
Who's a bad influence?
Tony,
Tony.
CCXRC.
Oh, it's his conspiracy. He puts out a conspiracy. That's why he does it.
Tony, I'm only joking with you, brother. You know that. It was a fun video, mate.
I would like to see Net Cruiser on the video today, like he was last week.
I'll try it.
You'd like that, eh?
Yes.
Special board running out of breath.
Also, Miss Trail Critter.
What's the price in Canada for the Mad Van?
Well, I'm looking at Great Hobbies right now. They don't have the price for it. It's not even listed.
On that.
Check eBay. Well, that's Tony's first Kyosho. I mean, and he loves it. I mean, I'm a huge
Yeah, I
Kyosho
checked
fan,
Kyosho
but
Canada the other day, and it was expensive.
Kyosho's always expensive, more than Tamaya's usually, actually.
their distribution is a pretty much of a joke, especially here to Australia. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 outlets that they distribute to.
A lot of people love Kyosho.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot you got the Rampage as well. That's right. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the Rampage is great too.
Kyoshos are my second favorite company in the industry.
Yeah, it's amazing first.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, it sounds like anything that gets shipped to Australia is a joke.
Back a few years ago, I used to buy at Tower Hobbies when our dollar was kind of above the US dollar for a while there, and I was buying out of Tower Hobbies. And when the Kyosho Fox came out, that's one RC I really wanted. Right. But they wouldn't ship, Tower Hobbies wouldn't ship it to Australia because it wasn't through a Kyosho distributor. They just wouldn't send to Australia. Which pissed me off.
Sorry.
Clodbuster sent me his Mad Force wheels and tires for my Fox.
That's what I was going to say. I was just going to say that because I just watched that from Chen.
Well, you're the one that put me on to those Mad Force a few years ago now when I had my Fox. You put me on to those Mad Force wheels. I ended up buying them out of the States. The only problem with them is they're just way too heavy. That's the only problem with them. I ended up selling them. They cost me, I think, out of the States, they cost me $180.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how much is that in US dollars?
They're 1/8 scale. They're huge wheels, but so when I sold my Fox, I sold the whole lot.
He says it's very hard for the standard Fox shocks to run it on pavement, so that's why he needed it.
I can't find it anywhere in Canada, the Kyosho.
Try eBay.
That's true.
Can you buy that van body van separate?
I don't know.
I don't see why not.
What's the wheelbase on that chassis?
I don't know. I was going to ask Tony that. What's the wheelbase on it and the width of the truck to actually see?
You just buy the body shell.
If it's on a drifter.
Yeah, get the body shell and just dump it on something that'll fit. Yeah, I'll have to get I'm going to do a collaboration with another collaboration. Since I'm not doing any videos with Shen, we're going to do the Kyosho Foxes.
Okay.
Because I haven't been uploading anything.
I've been terrible on getting videos up myself.
That's just because of the weather here. It's too hot.
I'm the exact opposite. Too cold.
Yeah. I said to when I saw And also his Shen's blizzard video yesterday. I commented and said, "Send some snow here. We need it."
I'm waiting for Frank to get me my videos back before I start again.
Well, Frank has been very busy. Doesn't even have time to edit his own friggin' video.
Right.
Yes, the Mad Van body, $76.99 just for the body.
Is that on eBay?
Yeah, on eBay.
Is that US or your currency?
It is .com, so it should be US. Yes.
Wow, 76. So we're going to pump that up a bit for Australian dollars. And you're looking at over $100. Yeah, about $100, something like that. Jack, did the Fox handle better with the wide stance? With the they did, Chen. Obviously, the paddle wheels tires, you can only run them in sand. And when I ran that down the beach, I mean, it bounced quite a lot, but no, the paddles were good on the beach. But when I took I did a couple of videos with the Mad Force wheels on the dirt, and it even though they were weighty, they did handle pretty good. I was actually quite surprised. Maybe because of the weight, I don't know, but no, they handle pretty good on the dirt for sure.
Now, every time I do a search in Canada for Kyosho Mad Van, I get the Mad Crusher, which is a completely different truck. Mad Crusher
all knee and leg all swollen. Going to hospital in the morning. I hope you haven't got any DVTs, mate.
Good luck. Go eBay Canada for the body. For the body in eBay Canada, $100.
Shen, if you go to my channel, as Gabs would say, Basher boy, if you go to my channel, just go to my videos and type in Kyosho Fox, and there's a couple that I did. I did one with my 360 swivel mount, and there's another one I did just editing and that, and you can see how it slides on the dirt. Might give you a bit of an idea, but I found them to be all right. Like, it didn't spin out or anything. It hugged the dirt pretty good. It does some good slides, but I think that's because of the weight. But that's a beast of the truck, that thing.
So $358.45 Canadian plus $104 for shipping, or you get it for $554. So this is $454. Yeah, $554 wow. Shipping included, or about $564. $464 here, including shipping.
Well, I get $665 here.
But this is from Japan.
Overnight parts from Japan.
What I hate with this, sometimes you buy it from Japan, it's like you'll get it in 29 days.
Well, I'm closer to two bodies than what you are. You're 29 days. Forget about 29 days going to Canada. Make that 290 days, mate.
But I've been lucky buying from Japan, so they do say it's a lot of shipping, or it's a long time for shipping, but it always gets here a little faster. I guess that depends on what boat they put it on.
The fastest boat, please.
Tax free when you buy from eBay.
They should be sending it out by plane.
You can just order from Tower Hobbies likely. The import fees equals the tax usually, and you can do the easy pay. Yeah, that's what I used to do, John. When I used to order out Tower Hobbies, I used to always do the easy pay, the 3 payments thing, which is really good. That's a good thing about that is they actually you go and do the easy pay, and they actually send you out the RC. It's not like a lay-by. So once you buy it and you go through easy pay, they actually send you the RC out and just take the money out of your account, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
everything stacks now.
What was the name of that Kyosho that we were just looking at again?
Mad Van.
Mad Van.
Just Mad Van?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb, dude. I'm looking on eBay here because I saw that you could get the body. That'd be a nice little body in that.
That's why I forgot to mention that to Tony from CCXRC, because he does have a drifter, and I just wanted him to take the body off the truck and put it on top of the drifter to see how the wheels actually lined up on a what drifter he's got there. He's got a bunch of different ones, anyways, but they're all
Can't you click on that? Click on the ad on eBay and see what the measurements are. They
don't give the measurement. They just give.
Oh, they don't give them
information.
Yeah, I was curious what it would match up with. I can get it for $65 from this place. I've ordered stuff before. It's on the East Coast, but I'll get it in like under a week. It's super fast. RC Express, Liquid RC is good too. They're quick, but they want 78. So there's a big price discrepancy there. But RC Express is solid. I could have it. But
I'll see what they charge in here, but it'll be well over $100.
That's
I'm looking at the listing on eBay right now here in the States for $219. Buy it now.
$219
for the body or for the whole truck?
Whole truck, brand new.
The whole truck. Wow. I don't know. I can't remember how much Tony paid for his. What the
$219? Yeah, I'm seeing that same ad there, John.
Yeah.
Fast and free. I don't know who that is selling it. Let's see what the seller's got to say. Wow, that makes it mad cheap. It's almost worth it just to buy the body to have the whole truck.
Just buy the whole truck. Yeah. Well, it's already out of California.
Let's see. Lake Forest, California. Huh,
there's a Lake Forest, Illinois, too.
Lake Forest, California. Top rated, 100% feedback. Kyosho America.
Here's some spec for it.
You got specs?
Yeah, it's 15.1 in length, 12.7 in width, and 7.9 in height, and wheelbase is 10.75.
That's not a small 10 scale.
That's going to go on a slash.
That's big for a 10 scale. That's big for a 10 scale.
Thinking about putting on a Pro MT 4x4 basher.
So that's just the chassis specs, but even still, it's what 12.5 is the length is what or the 12.5 is the wheelbase of a slash, I think.
Something like that,
yeah. You guys ready for tax season?
There's I don't
Tony.
know if Canada has the tax season at the same
Tony,
time.
get the Mad Van. Get the Mad Van in your drifter. I want to see the on top of a drifter. See what the size of that van is. If you can be so kind
to come up on our video.
The Mad Van body here is 103 plus 37 shipping.
Okay, so it's quite a bit more.
Yeah, because our dollar
nice
for the
new
US
kit for that
I
price.
can get the whole truck for $100 more.
Yeah, but that's over there though.
Yeah. I'm looking at some Kyosho models on A-Main. I've never even looked at them. It's pretty wild.
They have some very nice cars. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
Their buggies are beautiful. They're vintage buggies. They're wonderful.
That stuff doesn't interest me.
What, the vintage buggies?
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Oh, those are beautiful models.
I like the new stuff. I want to go burp, 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 burp real fast.
Man, one guy was just ripping his van today. And it looks perfect on here.
Hey, Tony.
Little bit short.
Yeah. But it's not wide. I would have thought it would have been wider, but it's not wide enough.
No. It's a pretty small, I mean, so if you guys are reading wheelbase, it still looks just small to me.
But those stats
Why?
show that
It's literally the exact same thing as their phaser chassis.
Yeah.
With wide arms. So it's that small little chassis that they put all their cars on. They're on road, but they made it into a cool van. I love it. I mean, it's one of those where, like, if I could only have one RC kind of deals,
yeah,
it possibly could be the one.
Tony, I want to thank you again.
Really?
I want to thank you again.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for everything, man.
No worries. Got it all charged up and running?
I ran it, yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's still doing wheelies for me too.
It's crazy.
That car is constructed well. It's got a lot of heft to it for its size. It's the fastest car I've ever owned in my entire hobby career for that stuff.
I don't even remember how fast it went from the video.
30.
I was shocked.
30 miles. It was 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's not bad. This thing I think was 23 or something.
That's not bad for that.
Shen's saying that his Kyosho, it's the same chassis as his Hellcat.
Exactly. The phaser chassis.
Mm.
Yeah.
They have a lot of nice cars on the phaser chassis.
Yeah, it's the version 2, I think of it. It's the new one, V2 or V3 or whatever it is now.
Oh, John says he's going to sell his Kong head and buy the Mad Van.
What's he going to sell, Frank?
John says he's going to sell his Kong head and get a
Oh.
Mad Van. Is Red Cat any good? Bobby's RC's asking.
Yes, they are. They've gotten a lot better from what I understand.
They've gone better. Like I do have the Gen 8 here, and that's their first full 100% their car. All the other ones that they have is actually Chinese branded from other manufacturers. So they're okay.
They're just HSP rebranded.
Yeah, they are. Well, they do take some of the HSP, rebrand it as a Red Cat. But the Gen 8 crawler, that's 100% Red Cat.
Yeah, that's different. I meant that.
So was the ground pounder.
So was the ground pounder? Okay.
Yeah, and I think the camo is now too, right?
I think so.
Or is that still a basher from something else?
I'm not sure. I got to look up.
I don't know actually about that. Now that I say it.
What's that RC you got there? What's that, Tony?
What?
What's that RC you got there? How you going, mate? All right? Good to see you.
Hey, man.
That little drifter that you're talking about, Jack?
With an Alfa Romeo Tamiya-like body?
The one he just had in his hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
cool.
It looks Tamiya-like, that body.
Yeah, it was. I got it for my birthday last year. The body.
It's very red.
Off of Alibaba or something. AliExpress. That was it.
Alibaba.
You know, the Tamiya one of that car is very nice too.
This one is just straight up drift, and I didn't like the Honda body that came on it at all.
No,
It's very red. It is very red.
This one? So is the other one. The other one was super red too, but it was like a sports car, like the NSX or whatever.
Oh, come on. That's like one of my favorite cars ever.
You like the new ones? You like the new ones, Brandon?
Not necessarily, but they're not bad. But I'm more of an older Honda fan. I'm a purist.
Yeah, this was a new one. It was like brand new and all sleek and pointy. Not a fan.
You know, that I preferred that over that red one you just showed. But hey, different strokes, different folks.
That one's a nostalgia one there. That one's an old school racer.
Hey, Brandon, you would like that hybrid system that comes out of the NSX. That thing is...
Yeah, but that's why I don't like it. I'm not into that type of stuff.
But it's so fast. It's got a lot of horsepower.
But I'm not trying to be the fastest guy. You know, I'm more of a let's just have some fun. And some slower cars can be a lot of fun because you can actually drive them, as opposed to if you have something with 500 horsepower, you can really, you know, go too fast really quick on the streets.
But that's what's popular in California. What are you talking about?
Well, having a license in my pocket is pretty popular too. Keep myself out of trouble.
well, we're seeing a lot of these new high performance electrics that are coming out. They're hyper cars. So
yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a fad or what's going to go on. I guess it's kind of here for the future, but I don't know. I'm not really into it. I'm actually thinking about buying a car right now, but I got to wait till winter is over. Keep my truck parked, keep the miles off of it.
what type of car you want?
Honda S2000.
I hear they're planning on bringing that back.
Oh, really? I haven't heard. They'll probably ruin it like
Yeah,
they did with the Civics.
The new Civics, the Type R, is a wonderful car.
Ugh. It looked like a spaceship turd.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of power, and it's one of the best handling front wheel drives on the planet.
Yeah, but it's a turbo, and it looks like a spaceship turd. It looks like NASA designed it.
Which RC body would you like to see for a car or a truck this year? What new body would you guys like to see?
Ooh, let me think.
The Cybertruck.
Cybertruck. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that actually made it. It's easy body.
Yeah, I know.
Cardboard if you wanted.
Yeah, right.
But do you guys want to see the new Jeep, more Jeeps, or?
You already have the new Jeep. The Gladiator Proline did it for the X-Max, right?
Yeah,
That
It would have to be on a very long wheelbase.
Not sure. The wheelbase is just that regular SCX10 wheelbase, I think.
Yeah, and it looks scrunched and not wide enough. Have you seen them in real life?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't really look like the real life ones.
Okay. I saw one.
In my opinion.
I saw one on
hey.
Facebook today. It was nice. It was a light blue kind of color with black fender. Man, that thing looked sweet. It looked really good for that color.
I'm sure obviously someone's going to do them nice, but as far as me making the purchase, it doesn't look good enough for my purchase.
Okay, it doesn't look scaled because it doesn't look proportional, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You want to know something? That I swear that wheelbase is the longest of any Jeep.
Yeah, it is. It's very long. It's like a foot, 9 inches longer than my truck. It's almost a foot longer.
Come on, now, my truck, a foot longer than your truck? Which truck are you talking about? The SMT24?
No, my Tacoma. The Jeep is
okay. In real life, you mean? You mean in real life?
Yeah, real life is 9 inches longer. Okay. So essentially, like you can basically, if you're doing scale, like Tacoma type body, and then you put in the same Jeep body for the same wheelbase. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, the curves that they did for like the windshield and all that just seem weird. It doesn't look right on the Proline one.
Yeah, you wouldn't look at it.
It seems too short at the top, but then the back doesn't seem long enough. But the hood is like super long. That front door is long. It just seems kind of weird proportionally.
Okay.
Yeah,
now,
if you didn't really know about the Jeeps, you wouldn't necessarily recognize it as a Jeep truck.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Well, you guys are turning me off on getting that body now. Like, come on.
Sorry.
Look at it. It's just got a weird shape. The hood goes down, unlike the Jeep. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you brought up bodies. I don't know what I would want if you gave me a magic wand right now and I could make anything appear. I mean, I would have to hold on to that wand for probably like several sleepless nights thinking of an RC body.
Okay.
How about a new Porsche 911 body?
Oh yeah, I guess for a car.
Yes, that new body that they have on the 991.2s. They're gorgeous.
I heard Porsche. I heard Cameo was going to re-release that first Porsche that they came out with that everybody's want.
It was from '76.
Yeah, but some people are saying they won't bring it out because, and some people say they will, but some people say they won't because they say if they do, it's going to hurt the value of the vintage one.
They have, Kyosho has one that looks very similar to that was about that old.
Okay.
But it had a BMW body on it.
So the body for sorry, that's painted.
Babe wants to put up a link, Tank. You better change him to blue.
Well, he could post a link and then I can just approve it, but I don't know where it is.
I can't wait till you get to your Tamiya CC02, Frank.
Yeah, I'm debating on what color to actually paint it to. I had the box there a little while ago, but I'm thinking I might paint it myself, or I might get a local guy to do a very nice paint job on it.
I usually get
people that can.
I usually get people to paint the bodies when I get those cars because I can't paint or decal with the crap.
I can. It's just I'd like to have a good job done on it. So
That's
so
what I
here's a
am.
Gladiator compared to the front of a Jeep. So yeah, it does point down a little bit compared to this one.
Really weird.
That wheelbase needs to be longer too.
12.3.
It looks like
Not
it got
long enough.
melted somewhere along the way, like the form, and it kind of just sagged a bit. It all just looks a little weird.
Yeah, they're much more square in real life.
Okay.
They're everywhere around here.
Even the front grille doesn't look right when you compare it to the other stuff.
Well, let me open up another one. Jeep Gladiator. And let's look at the real one.
There you go, Tank. Wow, using the old noggin, hey?
There's a white and black one in here that is really, really nice.
There's a guy that's got a big YouTube channel that lives near me, and he's got one on like 37s or 40-inch tires. I seen him down the mountain the other day. Oh my God.
You see how long that wheelbase is,
They used a wide angle lens version of it where it kind of rounds. It all depends how close you are to the car with the lens, the way that it bends. But in real life, it looks more like that gray one you have there, which looks straighter.
They look
Frank,
kind of lame.
Or that red one on the road right there. It looks really boxy.
Frank, you see how I told you it has a very long wheelbase?
Yes.
I swear it's longer than the 4-door model of the regular Jeep. I swear it is.
Well,
they say the
it
new
is
diesel
for the towing.
I hear the new diesel. I saw they were drag racing that against the turbo diesel, and it was beating everything they put up against. They say the turbo diesel is very quick for what it is.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming out with the diesel, but the gas ones for the Rubicon trim level are already like 60K for a Fiat Chrysler product.
Yeah.
No way. They'll come down, I think.
I don't think the angles of their photos are doing it justice either, Kenny.
That is a problem, Tony, with the Proline photos, because I thought that about the C10 in the red paint they had on their website, and I thought it looked lame. Then I saw it out on the trail with some good paint job, and I'm like, wow, it actually looks like way cooler than I thought.
That one, I think if it was painted right, would be better. It's still just kind of weird in that front area right in front of the front door.
Bent like a banana.
It just looks like it's curved a bit. Yeah.
It's bent like a banana, the front.
It is squished. They should have made it longer wheelbase. It does look.
If I'd have squished anything, I'd have done that middle section and let the tail have a little bit more room.
The fender wells are huge.
But yeah, like what you guys are saying about the window here. This window is so small. Like this is way too low when you compare it to this. This is much higher. Like when you compare from here to here is about the same width as from here to here. Like the windshield.
Yeah, it's just like scrunched down.
But this is not.
I bet you the longer wheelbase of the Gladiator probably handles better on the road. It's probably more stable in the turns.
It almost feels like it needs to hit at the bottom of that window where that ridge is. That almost seems like where the window should go down to.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they're just trying to cash in on the name, the people wanted it. The X-Max one looks pretty decent. So, I don't know how those decisions are made, but I know I would, if I saw that, I would, I don't know. It'd be hard to say, I guess. Who am I?
And how far they do bring the wheel wells in is kind of weird too.
Yeah, here, how far they bring it in.
Yeah, where's the real one again?
Bring it back.
Look at how small it is on that.
Yeah, the other one are coming right up to the door, and there's a lot of room here.
Yeah, they had to modify it to make it work rather than going for more of a scale look and just letting people kind of hack it up on their own or something.
Extend their chassis or whatever.
And try to make it fit
extend
on
the chassis and make it
longest
body.
S16.
Well, they should have came out with it for the TRX4 like they did with the bigger Raptor body for the long Land Rover wheelbase. That's what I thought they were going to do with the Jeep, and I was going to get it and then build up the spare TRX4 long wheelbase I have.
Okay.
But they came out 12.3.
Because I'm thinking of getting a new body to freshen up my SCX10 too, but SCX10-1, I mean, to freshen it up. But
I mean, you could paint it, Tank, to kind of hide some of that if you wanted, but I'm sure that there's some really cool paint jobs out there for them. I'm going to look and see, actually.
Do we go Chevy, Ford, Ram, or Toyota?
Alfa Romeo's Giulia Quattrofiglio. That's what
I didn't mention that one, Brad. I didn't.
I got the metric body. It's kind of like the Toyota, and it's got the hood and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
I would like to see a Dakar Rally Hilux body.
I don't see that listed anywhere. That's kind of weird. They had it on sale at a pretty good price for what it came with. It's a lot of detail.
I almost picked up this one, but then I saw too many on the trail. Everybody was getting it.
I did the same thing, Tank. The one to the left, that FJ, super goofy looking on the trail. The proportions guy had it like really hacked up to work on something though also. So I haven't seen any good representations of that body in the wild.
The old 4-Runner.
I mean, the RC 4-wheel drive one looks pretty good.
Yeah, I have that one here.
Fits their chassis and everything. All the proportions look good.
My one's the best, Tony. You know that.
What?
My one's the best, the FJ. You know that.
Yeah.
How much the Ford Bronco?
RGT or whatever.
No, the Tamiya FJ40 I got. The
you have the Tamiya one. That one's awesome.
Yeah,
I do like that Power Wagon. I'm not gonna lie.
I got a Power Wagon.
I've seen those done up really awesome.
Yeah, this one is look nice.
See, even that
very popular.
1500 looks kind of rounded, weird.
This one,
the Ram 1500.
Yeah, that does look weird. I don't like it. I wouldn't buy it.
It does look.
They need to use They need to use the new body.
This old 46 truck. Now, if I get this, I'm gonna have to do an old paint job on it, though.
On which one?
If I get the Dodge Power Wagon.
Yeah, I've seen them in gray, like gunmetal gray, and they look amazing.
Yeah, Axial Fest was a lot of nice ones.
That color's not too bad. The orange.
There's a new Jeep body that's out that has like molded handles for the side of the car, and it has. I don't know if there was a new car that just came out. I forgot what brand it is.
I really like the J Concepts body I just got for my one, they've got that creep crawler body. Have you seen that one? It's like an old Jeep kind of truck, JCI Jeep or JCI creep crawler body. I think that
How about this body?
Cool.
Who wants to get this body?
Who makes that? What body is that for a car? Who makes that truck?
I don't know.
Looks like a Proline.
We'll put that up.
That's an actual
very rare Proline model.
It's a link from Ford truck, so it looks like an old Ford that's been customized.
Ah,
Fuji. It's ugly, man. It's ugly.
I'm sorry, I could see those things running around in Australia. I hate to say that, Jack.
It's ugly, man.
Yeah, Buck, I don't think you're getting any winners here or any takers on getting this type of truck.
Only sold in Brazil.
Now, the J Concepts monster truck bodies, those things are awesome. Like the 1966 Ford, you could slap that on a crawler and look pretty cool.
Are you sure the wheelbase is going to work?
How about
I don't know.
How about the new Bronco body?
Let's go check. Bodies monster truck.
What about a new Bronco body? About the new Bronco?
The new 2020 Bronco or 2021, has it been released yet? Anyone see any real photos?
I think it's very close. I think it might come out in the spring, but that looks so much like the old one. It has a lot of like the old one. Looks very much like the old one, and I'd like to see those on RC cars. That particular body. There's another 55, like a midnight pumpkin.
It might be a little wide tank.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that, a pickup van.
We're putting
None,
on like
none of them are turning me on.
You like that roadster?
None of them are really tickling your fancy.
No.
That would go with your thing, what you're doing with the GT01. You would go with that, make another car for that.
Just because I'm an old guy, I'll make old trucks.
I got the 82 GMC K10 by J Concepts, and I really like that truck a lot.
Okay.
That's a nice
Old
one.
Chevy.
Too
Or
bad.
GMC,
I would say SUV bodies like the new Cadillac XT class, but those are all double wishbone suspension cars.
Well,
I haven't digging that
puts
quick
portals
crawler
on
body.
non-portal vehicles, so
I'd like to see someone make a Porter out of an independent axle. That would be kind of cool. That would look cool, an independent axle with portals.
IFS.
Independent axles with portals? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Independent front suspension, like an IFS.
Okay, but he said
front
with
and
portals.
rear.
So
Yes.
the rear would have portals, but the front would have IFS.
Yeah, and the back. And the back, because believe it or not, the Hummer has independent front and rear too. So with portal axles.
Yeah, it does. And it has portals in there. My dad had an H1 Hummer.
Yeah, so it could be done if they wanted to do that for the hobby. It could be done. And then people would try crawling with that.
Be too complicated.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
you have to
complicated?
have really short, like getting the proportions right on the arms for like an IFS. Like you'd have to have the frame rails come up, and then what you're gonna have I'm trying to think of like how my truck is set up. Like I don't know how you're gonna have everything bolt on, like and the proportions are all gonna work. You're gonna have these like kind of weird like sized arms, I think, and the angles on them to make it work. I don't think it would really work. I think
how about this? Look at the HP Humvees with those portal axles on them that they have sold. Those have independent front and rear suspension with portal axles. Maybe they could do something along those lines, the way that looks.
Yeah, I just don't think that works in the RC world.
Well, it does on that car. The Humvee is a very popular car.
What Bill Burton's saying in the chat.
Yeah, it's an HP car that has it just like that.
Is this HP thing? Is that a real car or
yeah,
RC
the HP, an RC HP based on the Humvees.
This is the body I'd love to find. I'd love to find this body.
Show me.
Catch you later.
You'd have to have a very long wheelbase too, Frank.
Not a problem. I can put any wheelbase I want because I just make it two-wheel drive, and you can make it any wheelbase you want.
That's actually.
But this would be fun to make and put a sound module in there and have the Ghostbuster tune going and the lights, and it would be a fun build.
Bucks RC World, that's RC Voodoo. He does a lot of 3D printing stuff. You might ask him; he might be able to do one for you.
That's true. Printed, if 3D printed, it might be able to get it done. Yeah.
You see, they make them already in like toy cars. You could probably modify.
This is another one that I wouldn't mind getting.
There's a guy who did that.
The 29F type roadster body. This I've seen this done with a crawler or a car, and this is a nice little body.
G'day, Josh. How you going,
it's
mate?
Not very expensive.
That's a Deuce.
Trial Cuda, how you going, brother?
What's nice with it, it's got an interior, so that's kind of neat. But the front wheel are seen, so it would be a fun building that one. Another one I saw for my MO3 or MO5 and MO4 is this one, the VW bus.
Hey, you should get the new VW bus that they're coming out with that body. That would be cool too.
Yeah, but the problem is I already have an MO3 that I need a body for, so this would be even cheaper for me than buying a new MO6 kit.
I thought you made that one already.
No, the VW I did not. And another one is this other old 37 coupe, but it's pretty hard to see because they don't have it painted.
How about an old Bugatti Atlantic body?
I don't think I know that one.
One of the most famous Bugattis ever made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look it up. It's called the Bugatti Atlantic.
Hey, RC Trail Critter, how you doing?
Hey, Trail Critter.
Breaking Silence is in the chat.
No, he left.
Oh yeah, he did leave. I see that now. See you all tomorrow.
Brandon, it's a radio control Humvee that has the portal axles with independent suspension front and rear. So it could be done because they've already done it. It could be done for another car.
Well, I'm not saying it can't be done, but the practicality, anything can be done.
Yeah.
Oh, it's practical on that Humvee.
Yeah, we go to space. I mean, anything can be done. So it's not going to sell.
No, don't say we go to space. Don't say that word.
Why?
What?
Don't start that again.
I'm not listening.
What did I
I'm
say?
typing. I'm not listening. I'm typing.
Okay, good. And I'm trying to close some tabs here because my computer is running slow.
Are you the tab lord over there?
Oh man, there's like laptop is not liking it.
I got an ultra wide monitor now, so it's like you can have so many tabs open. I love it. Maybe not for you, though. You go insane.
That'll slow down your computer having a lot of tabs open too. So
I got a powerful system.
Okay.
10.8 gigawatts of power.
Ooh.
I can have 1,000 tabs open at a time.
Does anyone have a YouTube? What?
No, he's asking me a question.
Yeah, you just put asking somebody.
Does he have? Okay.
I'm waiting for a response email. I was browsing Craigslist and I found like someone locally selling some vintage toy stuff, and they just put up a bunch of pictures, and they got a bunch of stuff that I want to try to pick up, and it's not too far from me. I've been sitting here waiting for an email.
What brands are they? Nico?
No, I guess I didn't explain that so well. My bad. Some vintage like toy stuff, like action figures and stuff.
Oh, action figures, not RC cars.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, no.
Any Ninja Turtle stuff?
That's what they have. They got some Ninja Turtle stuff. So I'm gonna try to go scoop it up. They got the original like bus that the Turtles had, and you can put the new characters that I got inside it. So I want that for a display. And they got the
I've seen someone make an RC car of that.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, too bad he took himself off the air after that the stuff that was going on with that stuff with the FCC.
That's a nice camera there, Tony. What are you filming or taking a picture of?
I'm getting ready for my trip, just making sure all my settings are all set.
Nice
Where
trip.
in Europe are you going?
When are you leaving?
Saturday.
Awesome, man.
Saturday morning. So I have tonight and tomorrow to get everything that's back.
Oh, you use a Luminex, huh?
All packed up.
Is that the FZ1000? Is that the FZ1000?
No, you got.
Oh no, that's not the FZ1000. That's
GH5S and GH5.
Oh yeah, yep.
Wow.
They're for video mainly, so.
Yeah.
Hey,
and then this one has a cage.
Where in Europe are you going?
Camera conspiracies.
Where are you going in Europe?
London and Scotland.
You're That's going to be some. Hope you brought some RCs to film there.
I don't, but I'm trying to get to Arma, the headquarters. I'm about 45 minutes out from where they are.
That'd be cool, man.
You should at least take one of your cars to go run videos up.
Dude, if you saw how much crap I have to bring with me.
but I wish you would.
I got all this like lights and gimbals and microphone here.
How long you
What's
going
the
for?
nature of this trip again?
I gotta get this microphone and all of this stuff into my bag somehow with light stands and.
You going for 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. That's his job, Brandon. That's what he does for a living, mate.
It's for work.
Gimbals.
You could
all that.
You could bring one of your. You could be one of your micro. You could bring one of your micro vehicles.
I might. I have one of them kind of set aside.
Knock the door down and say, "Give me some RCs. I'm here to bash. I come all the way from America."
Have you contacted Arma to go and see them?
I did. I'm supposed to email them.
Hopefully, you can do an interview.
Tour of
That's why I have this one going. So, like, I can't do any of it with a work camera. So,
you need to have an interview with the head guy.
This one's mine. And this one is theirs. Theirs doesn't have any of the nice stuff for it. Normally we rent one of these as well, but so this one doesn't have any stabilization in it.
Yep.
Except in the lens. This one has it in the body, and so you can put anything. Like this is an Olympus lens on it, 17 millimeter 1.8.
Do you have a telephoto lens for it?
So it's good in low light. It's a great just all around like 35 millimeter. You can vlog with it, shoot whatever.
What's the lens on that one?
That's a Olympus 17 millimeter prime
17?
lens. Yeah,
Wow.
1.8. These are double factor crop though, so it's actually like a 35 millimeter if it's full frame.
Yeah,
I have all the way from 7 to 100 on for work ones. Basically 7 millimeter to, which is basically gets you in the 14 to 200 millimeter range. Like those are the 3 lenses you'd buy for a full frame would be like 16 to 35, 24 to 70, and then 70 to 200. And so, yeah.
Hey Tony, I bet your camera equipment's more expensive than your cars you have.
Oh, no joke. Yeah, definitely.
I want to upgrade, but I don't know. I'm kind of just going to stick with GoPros. It's so easy, and like most people, they don't even really know what they're looking at. Watching stuff on their phones. HD, good to go.
I shoot most of the YouTube stuff on my phone or GoPro.
You know,
running around.
The industry of Hollywood uses both those types of cameras, the GoPros and the ones he has.
Yeah, I mean these are actually pretty small though, as far as like DSLR type cameras go. These are tiny. Like when you show up to do like a professional, like we have to go interview somebody in Parliament, and so when we show up, we're gonna have these dinky little things on big tripods and lights.
Yeah.
They look tiny.
You're gonna meet some interesting people out there, Tony.
You try and make it interesting, like. So I'll have a big monitor on this thing that sits on here. And like a mic pack up on here, and so it'll look bigger, but it's still
next thing you know, you're gonna have a red video camera.
Yeah, I almost did.
Those are what, tens of thousands of dollars?
You can get a kit. You can get their base one with a lens and case and everything from Apple, starting at $8,000.
That's a lot of money. You could buy a decent used car for that money.
Yeah, but you can make a lot of money with it too.
That's right. It depends. It depends what you're doing. If you've got a good job,
a different clientele when you
make a lot of money, mate. That's right.
So, yeah, but so it'll be so I literally actually just bought this one to take with me. Yeah, you're right, Nick Cruiser. I'm gonna be all on it. I'm gonna start Brick.
Yeah, the next Tony, pool over here.
Follow me, guys.
Hey Tony, are you gonna see if you can meet up with Kevin Talbot?
I don't have time, man. Like during the day, and we're actually not in London for much of it, so
You can go for some
I don't
fish
know
and
his
chips.
address. I mean, the only way I knew the Arma stuff was I just Googled their shop and found out where they were. And
You'd have an interview with that guy.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't even know if I'll be able to get off. Like when we're filming, our days are like 12-hour days, 16-hour days. And I'm responsible for 2 other people. So, you know, and I have the car and all of that stuff. So, you know, everyone's got to, I got to make sure that they can have food, that they're done on time, back to wherever we're staying, out for food if we need to go get food, whatever.
Hey, Tony, you driving?
I don't have to drive. No.
Oh,
you'd
have to switch your gears how to drive there.
Yeah, you'd be driving my side of the road, mate. My side of the car.
I'm hoping I can get an Uber.
Yeah, you'd be driving on the right-hand side, mate. That'd be funny, hey? You won't be driving on the left side. You'll be driving on the right side, mate, like here.
I know.
Well, there are Americans who do know how to drive there.
I don't.
All you have to do is just switch your gears on how what your idea is and what's going on. I think I could do it.
Exactly.
I think I could do it.
I usually hire fixers wherever we go. We don't have one on this trip because they figure that we can take care of ourselves because it's first world and they speak English. So
no, I think I could drive in those countries that have that type of drive where you have to drive on that.
I think I'll be all right, except that, you know, London is your first go about and trying to park and figure out how to get to like Parliament and where do you park, how do you get to security's gonna suck. That's the worst part. Like getting in with all our stuff is gonna be the worst.
If I was you, I wish you would do something is bring some RC conspiracy stickers with you. And if ever you see a post with a whole bunch of stickers on it, put a couple of your RC conspiracy stickers over there in London.
Tag it up, bro.
I do need to take some though. Yeah, so I need
You
to
should do that. You should take both your stickers. You should take both your stickers, Tony, and post them everywhere.
I'll take everybody's stickers I have and post them. How's that?
It's funny. I was walking in the shopping centre the other day and I had your shirt on. Right, this bloke come up to me and goes, "You know that bloke?" I said, "Yeah, he's one of my friends." He goes, "He's nothing but a tool."
I did not know you knew JT.
Me, I'm nothing but a tool.
That's what he said.
Oh, that's fine. I don't.
Random person? Is this real? Or are you being?
Yeah.
Oh, he saw the shirt.
Yeah, he saw my shirt. He goes, "You know that bloke?" I said, "Yeah, he's my friend." He goes, "He's nothing but a tool." So what are you talking about? Not a tool. It's a bloody good bloke, mate. He gave me a shirt.
Well, you can't please everybody, so.
That's strange.
There's
I've never met
plenty.
anyone that recognized that stuff.
Why? There's plenty of RC people here.
Hey, Tony, do you think your work is going to take you to Australia one day?
No,
I
I
hope he
missed
gets
the boat
there
on
one
that
day.
one.
No, but he was supposed to come a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
I missed the boat. Somebody else took that
The
trip.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was supposed to come over here also, but that didn't happen last summer.
I would like to see Jack come.
Far to you, then.
They didn't do anything in Canada.
I would like to see Jack come to the United States at least once.
I can't fly.
No?
You're afraid of flying?
No, I've got 3 DVTs. I can't get on the plane. If I get on the plane, they're going to take me out in the coffin.
Dang, you don't want to see the other side of the globe, though? You don't want to come up where it's good on the top?
Oh, he's gonna have to take a boat.
No, because
take
I
a
can't.
cruise.
Sail on over. I'll hit up Greta. I'll send her down there. She'll fucking get you on, and
don't
you
mix
guys can
that
sail
witch.
up here.
She's nothing but a witch.
Just
She'll
like
make you a few sandwiches.
Trail
Nothing
Critters
but a witch,
RC saying you should come up for the Canadian G6.
Yeah, you should take a cruise.
I'm trying to get to that. I just saw Axial's doing one in Indiana. Now I got to try and put that in my schedule.
Axial
Wait,
Fest, yeah.
I know. That'd be so fun. I'd love to fly for an event, but I just go to the one 15 minutes up the street from my house.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. After work, I'll go to work and then I'll head up there.
Put in a whole day and then go. Yeah, I would probably drive to the one in Indiana. I mean, it'd be a beast of a trip.
How many hour drive?
Probably 12, probably 14 hours.
Oh yeah, that's anything over 10 is a little long, but it all depends on your co-pilot. If you got someone who can drive, like I've done long distance driving, you need a quality co-pilot.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, would you take a cruise out to the States?
I don't think there's any boats that go to the States from here.
Oh, you never know.
I'm gonna send one. I charter one down there for you.
You send a charter for Jack.
Telling each other to Australia. One is 10-hour trip. I don't know what Gabs is saying. What's PI? Life of who?
Life of Pi?
Yeah.
Maybe you could take a cruise to another country and then take a cruise that they may have a cruise from their country to the United States.
It's going to cost me a fortune. What are you talking about?
Just go hit the line.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, blowing all cruising around to go visit Brad.
That's gonna. Oh, you know where it is, mate. I'll see if I can find a toy grade RC.
Sail the 7 seas for your RCs.
Yeah.
Now,
Jack, we just would like to see you in person. That's just the point.
Yeah, but the problem is Jack does not work anymore. Jack doesn't work. He doesn't have a job.
Oh.
To pay for all
I'm coming down there to arm wrestle you, Jack.
Jack, we just would like to see you up here. If you had the money, we'd love to see you up here. Maybe someone could be generous to you one day. Maybe they can do that for you.
Well,
you guys can speak for yourselves, man. Jack knows I'd love it if he came here.
Yeah, and I'd like it if, when he told me he was going to come to Australia, I was kind of wrapped, but he said someone else took the job. So,
yeah.
I'd buy that bloke a beer any day, mate.
I don't want to go
Out of Foster's, though, right?
Nah, not poison, mate. No way. Yeah. That's what Brandon was drinking last week, wasn't he?
I know, I'm messing with him.
No,
it is kind of watered down for my taste.
That's a shocker. That's a complete shocker, that stuff.
So
it ain't the worst thing, though.
I love the.
It's tolerable. I can drink it. I'm not a connoisseur. Exactly. I just want something easy to drink, catch a little buzz, and I'm good.
In my opinion, I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've seen that. Life of Pi. Anyone seen that movie?
Yeah, I've heard of it though.
I've seen it.
I'll tell you what it's about.
The tiger and a boy on top of a boat.
Some sort of pie.
So you guys are lucky because you guys can, especially if guys are close to each other's states, you can meet up and stuff. But I don't have many people here. RC, I do have one person, but I'm not going to mention him, Tony. But
yeah, you
there's several guys in your country. Australia. There's several guys in RC in your country.
Sorry?
Put up some
several guys,
man.
Yes, I know there's several people, but I don't hang out with them.
Oh, but I know there's a lot of people in Australia that have their own channels about RC. So
no, I don't have many on my channel. I don't have many Australian people on my channel. I've probably got 1, 2, maybe.
Oh yeah.
But for you guys over there, you guys are close to each other. You can hook up and this and that, and
We wish we could hook up with you, Jack.
Well, that's the only thing. Look, don't get me wrong. I've made some really good friends over the years, and it's fortunately we're in different countries.
Well, Jack, maybe one day you'll get lucky and someone will want to take you with them to the United States.
I said to you, I can't fly.
What? Through boats or whatever.
I have 3 DVT. I don't want to fly, but if I could fly now, I'd go to an island somewhere and kick back and whatever. But I can't. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous for me.
Too bad you can't get a boat to the Galapagos and travel from there by boat. A boat to Galapagos Islands and then go up.
He's in, just answering John's question, he's in Sydney. So he's the next state up from me.
See what if
You
somebody
guys look like they have some fun, man. They look like they're having a good time.
Who's that?
Steve from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7, and
He's getting close to 100K, isn't he?
he hit it. He's got the silver button coming his way already.
Oh,
He got
dang, that's
100K
cool.
subs.
Yeah,
Amazing. I remember when he had bugger all back in the day.
What's his buddy's name? I can only think of his little Instagram handle.
G'day, Andy. How you going? I'm okay where I am.
Cavo, Crazy Cavo, and can't think of his name. Anyway, they seem to be having some fun.
100,000, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick 100,000 if you tell me.
Yeah, he's been doing it a long time, actually.
Why?
You never know.
Well, when I met him, he had 1,000 and something subscribers. He was in my community, my Google community.
I'm just curious. What do they give you when you get 1 million? What do they give you on that?
They give you a platinum.
A special plaque.
Giant banana.
Is there anything beyond the platinum?
What is beyond?
Loss
diamonds?
of subscribers. No.
I
Or loss of
mean,
revenue. It sounds like when you hit a certain amount, it seems like they all seem to lose revenue because all their numbers go crazy. Like we have the most people ever subscribe to us, but the least amount of watch time and views, and everything seems to go out of whack the second you hit that what everybody's hoping for, you know.
maybe it should be diamond after platinum.
But
Yeah, so
he got a lot of subs because he was getting a lot of freebies, right, Tony?
Not any more than me.
Yeah. Well, every time I used to see him, he was getting freebies all the time.
Yeah, he does get a lot.
Right. So that
just
picked
never
up. his
know.
It helps. I mean, definite content, and I mean, there's a lot of people that subscribe to that stuff.
Yeah.
They like the low cost stuff.
Yeah. And
I know.
I think I saw him on a Facebook group selling most of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't
100,
hold on to it all.
there's
That's
gold,
for sure.
Then there's diamond and ruby for 10 mil and 50 mil, I believe.
Diamond and ruby, huh? Which comes first?
Diamond would be higher than ruby, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but even though there's been known that there are some rubies that are more expensive than diamonds, believe it or not.
Obviously, John knows about it. He can tell you. G'day, John.
Yeah, but we're not talking
RC
about
Funds
real
Diversion.
diamonds or real rubies here. We're talking about the color of the plaque.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not giving you the real rubies. You get 1 ruble for your subscribers.
Hey Tony, I think one of the reasons you get a lot of free stuff is because of your skill set with cameras and what you do for a living. I think that's more why they do it. Because that's your job.
Well, in front of
I think that has part of. I think that's part of it. I mean,
well,
you make it look good. Try to make it look
Yeah,
good.
you're a great
Unless it
presenter.
isn't any good, then we can't make it look good.
But they know what you do for a living. If that's what you do, you fly pretty much right
They
now.
don't
You're flying
know
all
that.
over the world to do your.
They don't run a background check on you, Tony?
They don't.
Maybe
know
they
that.
watch
I
these
was in
sites.
first grade. You called this guy a cocksucker. What was with that?
Maybe they watch this site that we're on, and that's how they would know.
No, they don't. They don't know. They just are looking at views and who's getting views and
Yeah. I get
Even though
shady
your skill set-
emails every now and then.
yeah, and they start reaching out to people early, and they start with little stuff. And if you're willing to really sell out, I mean, you can get a lot quick. But I would just show it. I never really didn't ask for it. I'd say the links down below. You know, say that they sent it for review, but I wasn't ever like, you need to get this. This is the best thing you've ever done. I did point out when one of them is like, hey, you know, you can get parts for this in the U.S. It's just a rebranded version of this one you can get at Hobbytown. So if you break something, just look up the manual on Hobbytown. So that one I did kind of push a little bit more just because of ease of fixing it. But all the rest is just very much just.
What vehicle was that? What vehicle was that, Tony?
The Bison.
Oh.
But I mean, the rest I just kind of say, here it is. Here's what it does. Here's how fast it goes.
It's fast. I understand it's fast.
Yep, and I broke it.
I think the Sailors did too. I think they had a Bison and they broke it too.
That one actually took quite a bit before I broke it, but the other ones, you know, like the ZD Racing ones, most of those I'd break right away. I mean, just like the one, Brad, you know, that I sent you, I only did the one video on it, and I did the speed and the jumping on it on that first one. So
yeah,
I meant to take it out more, but then the van came out and all this stuff came out, and I'm trying to get ready to go on a trip, and Christmas hit, and
you're right that the axles aren't affecting it much. I just thought maybe you would have more balance if they were totally straight, but you know.
No, I mean, so many of mine have bent. They just land weird and it'll put a little bend. I'll usually just take them out and straighten them out.
I think they have in the manual you gave me, it looks like they have a CVD for them too. Doesn't say that's an optional part.
I think the fronts are already CVDs and the rears are dog bones.
Yeah, but I think that the other ones, the CVDs, I think those will also work in the back. I'm not quite sure.
It's possible.
That's what because it looked like that was an option because they have dog bones front and rear also in the manual.
I didn't look super close at it. There's too much stuff. I mean, I've got a Hobby Plus CR18 that I've had for 2 months now, just sitting in the box.
Hey, take that to England with you.
I've thought about it. It's a little big. It's a little big. I don't have much most of my luggage isn't mine. So what's going to happen is there's a whole backpack that's going to be 2 cameras in one backpack. Laptop's going to go in my carry-on bag as well as batteries, because you can't put these huge batteries we have for all of our light packs or our gimbals or any of that stuff that's LiPo batteries. All has to be carried on. So it all literally goes in my roller bag with underwear, shirt, stuff like that, because I can go wearing the same clothes for the most part, but you need to have underwear and that kind of stuff. But then it's all gear, cables, chargers, stuff that doesn't fit in, because if the checked baggage doesn't arrive, you have to be able to shoot. So, I don't have much space that's my own. And so an RC car fitting is not very likely. And my bags, I have 2 of them, and both of them run 50 pounds or over, and which is over, I end up having to pay for. But I literally have to put lights and stands in one, lights and stands in the other, and then try and fit my clothes around it to get the weight spread out. So it's just a real pain trying to have my own stuff in the midst of all of this stuff. So I don't really have the latitude to bring stuff.
You know what, Tony? They have some RCs that we don't get in England. Maybe you'd like to bring one of those back.
You get it shipped. But real quick, Tony, Bucks RC World is asking a question. Anyone knows a brand called KYX? They make axles for the Wraith and the SMT10.
A bunch of people make them for them. Are they aluminum?
Well, I don't know. He said, "Are they good or cheap? Are they good or cheap junk?" The KYX brand. So I don't know.
Axles. I haven't heard of it. A lot of those make aluminum ones, and if the parts from the Wraith don't fit in it, then you're screwed. Like when you blow out their diffs or any of their gears.
Okay.
So even with the Boom Racing, that's the scary part. You're getting front and rear in metal for $121. I'm guessing they're not going to be great.
He's saying aluminium or alloy.
There seems to be a new brand that I've been seeing on YouTube. I think it's called XOMOOXP or something like that. There's a new car with that name to it.
If you can stick in the diffs and the axles from a Wraith axle, I would say go for it, because then you're just getting a housing that's made out of metal. But if not, that's when you run into problems. It looks like it could.
$166.
So they're $130 for metal axles. Two.
That's a lot of money.
That's cheap. You can't buy the stock plastic ones for $130 for both.
Complete no.
So it's a great deal if, big if, it works. I mean, I tried the Boom Racing ones for that rock bouncer. I haven't finished yet. We'll see. A lot of people say they blew them out real quick in monster trucks, so it could be a total waste of money.
Well, I'm hoping you'll bring back a RC car that we don't get here that Britain has.
So this is the CR18.
Yeah.
Asking. This is what our buddy has. Several people.
You could take it out of the box and fit it in something, couldn't you?
It's a little big. I mean, my bags are bulging. That didn't sound.
You can take pills for that, eh?
That didn't sound right. Bucks is saying 166 for the front and rear. That's not too bad.
Cool. So it's 11:33. We're gonna do a round table and say goodbye to people. So Brad, you were the first one in. You were the first one out.
Thanks for everybody for being here. I wish more of us were had video with us, but some people just didn't choose to do that. But I'm glad everybody's here. So
cool.
Check out the WL Toys who don't have it. The one I like the one Tony gave me.
Thank you very much. Jam RC.
Good to have you guys and good to see you again. And hope things get better down there in Australia with you, for you, Jack.
Thanks very much, James. Thanks, Jim.
Jack.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone in the chat. And thanks to the people that I made a video that sent me well wishes. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks. RC Propaganda. Your mic is muted. You can't talk to us if your mic is muted. Come on. We don't read lips.
Okay. Sorry, my wife came in, so I muted it. Forgot. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Good times.
Thank you very much. And
no worries,
the last one in. Yeah, last one in was Tony, so go ahead.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit the thumbs up button before you leave. Thanks for putting these on tank. It's a lot of fun to watch and also to come into when you get the opportunity. So if you guys are waiting and lurking out there and you want to know, just jump in sometime.
Smack up his ass.
Have a good trip and stay safe. Stay safe and have a good trip.
And if you got the link, the party's just starting.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
The party's just starting. So we are gonna go and just get the stupid link again. We do what's called a after party. So we talk about things. It is not online. It is offline. So if you guys want to jump in after the after party, we're going to be here for a little bit. So thanks a lot for joining. Thanks a lot for joining. And we'll talk to you guys later and see you on Steve O'D's chat tomorrow night at 9:30.
If he's feeling good, it sounds like he's not feeling too good.
Who's not feeling good? Oh, yeah.
Steve.
Yeah. True.
He hasn't been for some time now.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Don't forget. Thumbs up.
Hey, Trail Critter.